Hey guys, it's PixelSpider here. Today we're doing a Q&A video. Now, past few days, I dropped a Q&A thing asking for y'all to send me some questions, and I got some across YouTube and Twitter, and so I'm going to be answering those in today's video. A bit different than usual. I don't usually do this, but I got quite a bit of questions from you guys, and I'm pretty excited. So we'll just get right into this. I haven't pulled up on my phone. I'm just going to kind of go through them. They're in random order. The first one we have is from my good friend Annika, the Annika channel. What advice would you give your younger self? So, I'd probably if I were to talk to my younger self, I don't think I myself would know where I'd be right now. I'd probably say don't do much, don't change much. I answered a very similar question to this in a documentary a friend did about me about a year ago. But if you're on the right path, which I say I am now, then I would say just keep doing what you're doing, and you'll eventually get there, and you'll do some cool things. That's how I'd answer that. Next question is from Mr. C on Twitter. Where are the bodies? I'm not answering that. I can't. Fuck off. Next question is from Don Basad 8593. Hope I pronounced that right on YouTube. He has 5 questions here. First one is, who inspired your creativity besides Will Ryan? So, that's the main thing. As y'all know, most of my music and what I do is inspired by Will DA games, because that's probably my biggest online inspiration. But a lot of music-wise, I would say Shinedown, Stone Sour. If y'all know Slipknot, that's Corey Taylor's other band. I don't know if he does much with them anymore. But and then 5 Finger Death Punch as well. Their music, all within the metal genre, I'd say. Big inspirations for me as well. I know No Regrets in particular was partially inspired by a Stone Sour song, and then just my style in general. I kind of grew up around that kind of rock, Shinedown, Stone Sour, and I'm still big fans of them to this day, and a bunch of other bands as well. But as for other things, I'd say gaming wise, I don't do much gameplay videos now, but back then, Markiplier is a big one. Everyone was probably say that. Yeah, there's just other artists, I guess, that inspired what I do. And another question here is, will there be a dark track similar to Bow to Our War in the future? Now, if you haven't known, I released a track called Left for More Than Dead with my album Life Incarnate. I'd argue that's darker than Bow to Our War, because it literally is the definition of bad ending. So if you haven't heard that, go check it out. But as for anything else kind of similar to it, my upcoming track, All Hail Dementor, which will come out this coming Wednesday on the 1st, it'll premiere on YouTube. The plan is 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'll drop a link when that's all ready. Still have a few things as of recording this to work on before the video is ready. Bunch of new stuff coming out with that. That track is kind of going to be dark, in the context of the story, it'll be to the people, but with the context about it being about the character of Jay Oris, it's kind of a hype song for him, but for the people involved, it's dark, so I guess you could count that under that too. But yeah, and if you haven't heard Left for More Than Dead, that's definitely my darkest song. Third question, which song was the hardest for you to produce? Probably my song Illustrate Our Hearts, because I made that back in 2023, but I started it a year prior in 2022, because that was my first time ever writing something with a swing pop feel. I've never written in that style before, with that kind of rhythm, so it took a while, and also getting featured vocalist. I got Bella Sapphire on it and my friend Daniel. That was kind of hard to figure out where to put their parts, and eventually it all worked out in the end and it came out. Another close contender would probably just be the entirety of The Final Rain, because that was my longest album to write to date, because it literally took me from the end of The Ring of Light, which is mid 2021, all the way to 2 years later in June of 2023. It took me almost 2 years to make that album, because I've been going to school and working at the same time, and now I'm just working a full-time job, so it's a bit easier to do that stuff. That's why the Life Incarnate took a little under a year, or technically a little over a year to get done, because I did Little Eyes in April of 2024 and then dropped the album in June 2025. But yeah, which song did you make the fastest? I vividly remember World Is Falling, the original one, back in June 2020. I had fully written that and recorded the vocals and finished it in the span of like a day and a half, because it was like very like a quick, natural process. That was like the peak of the pandemic, I would say. Yeah, but I would say it'd be World is Falling from the original Made in the Mind, because that song I wrote like very quickly, like within the span of 2 days fully. Usually it'll take me like now, I'll write an instrumental in the span of a few days, and then it'll take me like a week to do vocals, just because I have to find time to record them and no one's home. So. And the final question, will there be more acoustic songs? I do want to, hopefully. The last one I did that kind of fell under that was Lost Face. And I do want to try getting into that. I can't play acoustic guitar that well, but I have a friend, IRL, who's really good at it. He's making his own folk music. Connor Mills, check him out on Spotify. He has his own album out now, if you're all into that, kind of like Bob Dylan style music. But I want to like try, because I want to, that's good for like vocal work, like just solo vocal stuff. So I want to, in the future, I kind of like have ideas I might try to make like a whole acoustic track. Okay, next question, also from Annika. If you could learn one new skill, what would it be and why? I really want to learn how to, actually harkening back to that, I want to learn how to play acoustic guitar, because ironically enough, I've been playing electric for a while and I self-taught myself. I'm not perfect, but I am like pretty like damn good. I've gotten way better, especially with solos and like finger tapping. Y'all probably will hear that. And I'll heal Dementor quite a bit, and just in general in the Life Incarnate and the solos. But I want to learn acoustics. I took an acoustic guitar class in my freshman year of high school, I remember, but I like didn't really learn much from it. I kind of forgot most of it because I never owned an acoustic guitar myself. I want to learn like chords and all that on it there, because I want to start like trying to play more stuff like that. So I want to learn how to play acoustic guitar. Next question is from that one guy you know, my good friend Kyle. He has two. He has said, what made you want to start YouTube, such a music career? So like I said, I kind of like mainly was inspired to the music side by like Will and all that, just because I liked his music, and I started my music technically in late 2016, but theoretically y'all didn't. I dropped songs, but I deleted them, and then I officially started in like mid 2018. But I started YouTube in the first place in 2015. Just because I was inspired by just like a lot of people at the time. I used to have a lot of like old plush videos I did, but they're all gone now. They all got deleted from my channel. Kind of by accident. I meant to private them, but I deleted them all. But I kind of wiped most of my channel between 2015 to like 2018. But it was just like watching YouTube at the time, being like 11 years old and being like, I want to do that. So, and then the second question here is, do you remember the Gmon murder incident of 2023? We don't talk about that. We don't talk about that here at all. You get the fuck away. Alright, next question is from Smek Music, my friend Daniel. He asked, what is your ideal breakfast, lunch, and dinner? So, we got poop, piss, and pee. Anyway, no, serious answer would probably be like a nice like waffle with like maple syrup and like bacon, scrambled eggs nicely seasoned for breakfast. That sounds pretty good. Lunch, like on like fucking like chicken tenders, I guess. And like dinner, like a nice like ribeye steak with some mashed potatoes. That's just like the ideal to me. Or pizza, I don't know, burgers, any of that crap I'll eat. Like basic like food, I'll take it. We got Kazumi Hex, my good friend David asked, would you rather have unlimited bacon but no more games, or games, unlimited games but no games? So that's a really original question, David. I haven't heard that anywhere before. But so it's unlimited bacon, but no video games. That's a lot of bacon, and I like bacon. I'm not, like, don't get me wrong, but like I feel like I can only eat like 4 or 5 pieces before I feel like I don't want any more because of how much fat's in it. So I mean, it kind of feels like a detriment because that's unlimited bacon, because it would take up all the space in my house. But then we have, games, but no games. Now my Steam library, I own like probably like over 100 games. But I only play like 3 of them, so I'm already in that predicament. So honestly, I'd probably say games, but no games, because that kind of feels like what I have now. And the unlimited bacon kind of sounds like a detriment, so I'll have that second option. Next question here is from the Kitchen Gang 9165. Top 5 least favorite games. That's hard to answer. If you ask me for my top 5 favorite games, I'd be able to answer. But top 5 least favorite, like I don't like. I guess like. If you look at my library, I mean, I guess games I don't play, like Terraria, PUBG, Fortnite, I might piss a lot of people off saying that I don't play Fortnite. And like, I don't know, I just listed 3. Like, I mean, sure, they're like fan bases I actively hate, but half the games that they're about I don't even like, I never played. So I don't know how to list my top 5 least favorite games. So my top 5 favorite games, I'll just go ahead and answer those off the bat. Marvel Spider-Man 1 and 2. I know people don't like the second game apparently, but I really like it. I've beaten it multiple times. Doom the Dark Ages, or just rope the entirety of Doom in there. Gmod, Minecraft, and I guess GTA by default. Or, yeah, it's just all of those. Like, there's like mainly Spider-Man, Doom, my most favorite games. But, yeah. Okay, next question is from Hunter. Let's see. He's got 4. Any upcoming projects you're excited about? So I'm assuming either ones that I'm hyped for or ones that I'm making. So if it's ones that I'm hyped for, definitely Birth from Exile from Will for Iris. That comes out on Halloween. And I'm super stoked for that. I cannot wait for the song and the video. From what I've heard from people, it's going to be like hype, and I'm already like from what we've seen, really hyped for that. If my own projects, stay tuned for Wednesday. Anyway, any projects in the past year you're particularly proud of? Definitely The Life Incarnate. I mean, by default, like, that album means a lot to me. And it was the first album I wrote that wasn't connected to a mainline story. I love every single song. I tried to aim for different sound design. I tried to get like more like a mainstream approach, especially Little Eyes, which popped the fuck off. So I'm super proud of. So, and then like in general, all the music I've done, and then what will be coming out with stuff regarding the story of the soul in the future. How did it feel to perform live? So this harkens back, if y'all didn't know, I did a live performance stream, my second one, back in August, and that one was like on an actual stage. It was my mom's boyfriend's, he has like a studio set up, he let me borrow it. I had my friends over, so I had like a live audience of sorts, and we streamed it, the videos on my channel. And I performed live, and that was really fun. That was my first time doing something like that of that scale, because the first live stream like performance that I did was in my room. I was just standing up, but that was like on an actual like makeshift stage, the mic and the music playing live on like really good quality loudspeakers, and that was super cool with all the people that attended and like my friends being in the crowd. That was like, I want to do that again, hopefully on a bigger stage. I'm gonna try to go to NPC again next year. Oh no, you hire me. I'm nerdcore. I made nerdcore. And exact measurements that are talking about. So, funny story about that. They got blown off during the war. Alright, these next ones are from Jackaboy. Just got a couple questions here. I'm gonna take a drink of water before this. Alright, is there a music genre that you'd like to explore more of for your future work? So, I mainly do like metal and rock, but sometimes, you know, I do pop for like, you know, the nerdcore stuff, or like classical, jazz, kind of did for Tale of the Lone One. One I really want to work on more is orchestral, like movie score type things. Now, I've tried to experiment that before, like for the Story of the Soul anthem, which is on SoundCloud. You hear it in the background of like the story videos. That's like kind of like orchestral-ish, but I want to learn how to like really write like that, because I've had friends and a lot of people ask me to write stuff for an OST, and then I've tried to experiment with that, because I have like pretty good VSTs in Contact, but like you have to like learn how to write chords a certain way, and you have to like really know like how to like structure it. You have to know like articulations and different volumes. I want to learn how to write movie OST type things, so I want to start trying stuff like that, because it's a really cool like grand sound. So I want to like try and do that at some point. What is your mindset / work ethic for writing or creating a song based on other IP or franchise, essentially for nerdcore music? So what I usually do, I know most people, I know like Will does this too, they'll write an original song and then later attach a game to it. I am not like that. I will plan the game and what I want beforehand before writing it 90% of the time. Like if I'm writing an original, I'm writing an original. If I'm writing a nerdcore song, chances are I already know what game it's going to be for, and I'm already writing around it. Like Tale of the Lone One, I already had the vibe in my head. I had like the piano idea, and I'm like, this is going to be for Bendy Lone Wolf. Or like Battle of Secession, or like FNAF, Take It All Back. There are like a few rare occurrences where I'll write an original and attach a game to it later. It almost happened with, I don't remember my own song, Alive and Not Well for Life Incarnate. That was going to be an Outlast Trials song, before I eventually decided I wanted to save it for the album because I needed another track for that. But I can't really recall any circumstance where I've released one. Maybe I have, I just don't remember, but I always think of what I'm gonna write, and then I like write it around the idea of that game. My hair is sticking out like that weird. I think I'm gonna take this off. Ignore that my hair looks like poo-poo right now. I just got off work like an hour ago anyway. Yeah, that's kind of how I write that music. For new fans that subs to the channel, what can we expect to see in a few months? Do you have a direction we want to the channel in? If so, what does it entail? So yeah, so the next few months before the end of the year, hopefully I plan on finally making a few more gameplay videos. I've tried for the past while. Like, I wanted to record more for Doom the Dark Ages, but I still have not beaten. Messed up. I bought the collector's edition. I got like that Doomslayer statue, but I still haven't beaten the game. I have like a few chapters left, and when I do, I'm going to stream them, but I kind of stopped recording because I just wanted to play it without recording for a bit. But I have recorded a fast food simulator game with friends, and I'm trying to edit that video right now. So that might come out for the next like few weeks if I get it done. But I want to like try and release more gameplay videos. Obviously, next week, All Hail Dementor and other goodies. And then like a few things may be relating to that. Y'all will know what I mean when that premiere happens, but just don't miss it. When I drop the link, do not miss it. It's really important. But yeah, basically gameplay videos. And then December. Last year, if y'all do not know, I did a charity stream for Thankmas. It was around, I think, like December 5th, like early December. And we raised like quite a bit. We got rated by some other streamer and they donated hella. And we went above our $150 goal. We raised like over $200, and that was really cool. So I was like, I want to definitely do that again this year and hopefully have more people, because my server, my Discord server was dead until like mid this year, and we kind of brought it back to life. I rebooted it kind of, and now it's like pretty active again, so I highly suggest you guys join that. It'll be in the description. Join my Discord server. I usually am active there almost every day. I'll ask to VC. We'll get like early looks at projects and stuff, and we just trying to be game, have a good time. But we plan on hopefully streaming again this year on December 4th. Hopefully when Jack's up the guy, announces Thankmas again this year, usually in November. I'll get all that set up, but I plan on doing it on December 4th of this year again. So it'll be kind of similar. Me and my friends streaming for like 6 hours, hoping to raise money for charity. So yeah, that was kind of a long explanation for that question. And that was it for his. Thank you. Next one is from NC Blue Official. How far will this project go? Are there any plans for an upcoming album in the future? So the project I'm assuming he's referring to is The Story of the Soul. So yeah, we got a lot in store. Like I said, you all will see what I mean when the premiere happens. So we got some people now that I've kind of connected to this project to take it further. As you all know, there's a novel I am writing for with my good friend Connor. The prologue is already out on YouTube, which gives the basic rundown of J.O.R.'s Dementor. Y'all know who he is. He's the main villain of the story, created Dementine, main antagonist to the Soul, Jonathan Everspark. And so he's a pretty big player, and that's why I wrote the whole song, All Hail Dementor, for that. And there might be potential plans. You're asking about an album. If I make a few more singles based around certain characters, there might be like an EP or something. But as of right now, I mean, that might be it. Like another album, like for that story, I would have to like think of a lot more. But there might be like more character-based like singles, if you know what I mean. Yeah. We got Rhyme Rabbit 8. First question is, what is your favorite song that you've worked on? For me, once again, recency biased, All Hail Dementor. I just really like the guitar playing I did. I like the vibe. I like the new mix I have. It's my best mix yet. I'm going to keep saying that every year, because obviously every new mix is going to be the best mix. But yeah, like I'm really excited to release that song. And do you know music theory? So I don't know music theory heavily. I kind of know like basic like knowledge, like what keys are, like major, minor, and all that, but I never took a course for it. I was planning on, when I graduated back in 2023, like when I left high school, I was going to do like an online course in music theory, but I ended up not doing it because of money. But I like kind of self-taught myself music production, so I kind of know about it, but I kind of wouldn't mind learning about it more in the future, the exact in and outs of how it all works and all that. Yeah. We got Raced8865 with 4 questions. Will there be more demonstrations for the history of the soul? I think you mean the story of the soul, might be a translation thing. Yeah, a lot more to come for that. Like I said, you all will see what I mean when the premiere happens this coming Wednesday. But we got stuff planned for it, and it's not just songs. That's all I'm going to say right now. How important is this project to you? Very. Like, when I first started Open-Minded, where my throat was, like, messed up, I think. Yeah, when I first started Open-Minded, I didn't think there'd be a story. I just wrote the original songs, and then, like, when I wrote Way to the Mind, it was then when I realized I kind of have an idea. There's, like, a character in this hoodie, and there's something to do with the planet, and then by the time the Ring of Light and Final Rain came out, that's when I knew. I was like, okay, there's a story here, and then I officially wrote and released the story videos right before Way to the Mind Refractured. That's when I had the full story planned, and now working on a novel, more songs, and other stuff. So I'm very excited to see where this goes. Especially, like I said, we're getting people for it now, getting help with some friends to like bring these characters to life. So I'm really excited for that. What's your favorite song from Will Ryan of VA Games? I would say right now, Had to Be That Game Rethroned. It'd probably be Replace the Birth from Exile when that comes out. But I just like love that song so much. He took a song that was already goated and then gave it like a better mix, made it over twice as long, and then like they gave it one of the best bridges I think he's ever made, and just made such a cool song. Close second would be Red SSD and then Silver. Those are interchangeable. That's also like recency bias. I fucking love Flash Red SSD. But I think it still Had to Be That Game Rethroned. But that might, pun intended, be dethroned whenever Birth of Exile comes out. Well, the history of the Soulhead musical albums. Musical, either do you mean actual albums? Because there already are. That's where the story came from, was when the albums were musicals. Now, I'm not a big musical person, so no, there won't be musicals. But if you just mean albums, albums have been out. It's Open-Minded, Invade in the Mind, The Ring of Light, and The Final Rain, and then the upcoming single, All Hail Dementor. So those are the 4 albums for that. And I think that's it. Yeah, so I've been recording for like 23 minutes. I'll probably edit down to like 15 or some stuff off to cut out. But I do thank you all for giving all these questions. I didn't think I'd get this much, but I tried like a YouTube short for it, and it kind of popped off. I got like over 1,000 views. It's since been privated, but I got like a pretty good amount of questions, I'd say. But I do thank you all for giving me them. Once again, do not miss the premiere for All Hail Dementor this coming Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. We got other goodies coming out with it, and I'm super excited to show you guys what comes out of that. But I do thank you all for watching this video, and yeah, peace.